it was pretty interesting learning about the island of Jamaica a little bit. So what were some of the things that we learned today? That it costs $2,000 in Jamaican dollars for a gallon of milk, which is equivalent to about $20 US. And I believe the guide also said that gas is $7 US per liter. So that was fairly interesting. I guess most of the information is a lot more, a lot of pretty much everything here is extremely expensive because it has to be imported. $200,000 US could buy you a hell of a mansion. Now, I don't know what the guide's definition of a mansion is, but he was pointing out properties that would be equivalent to $200,000 US, and these are like beachfront properties. So that was fairly interesting. I guess there's a little bit of a give and take there. You can probably buy a really nice house, but the cost of living is probably going to be pretty expensive. Dad, did you learn anything else today?
Yeah, the language of what is it, Patois or?
Patois. So
African, English.
Yeah, it's
French and
Spanish. I'm a good enough driver to do it, I think. Maybe not. So, anyway, yeah, they speak 2 languages here in Jamaica. They learn in English. In their school, they're taught English, and then as their first language, and then as their second language, they learn a local thing called Patois, which my father said is a mix of English, Spanish, French, and African, or I don't know what language. Well, how many languages are there in African? Oh, guide's coming up here. Not sure what we're doing here. Oh, we're over on a road, a main road or whatever. This guy's coming through a car, he's probably looking at us. So in the US we have our states or whatever, 50 states. And here in Jamaica they have a similar thing, and it's all states, and they're called parishes, and there are 14 parishes. So that was pretty interesting, and each one, of course, has its its own capital city, and then there's one main capital. What?
Oh, look at it.
Yeah, they're pretty. And then their main capital, and then that of all of Jamaica, is called what was it? Kingston?
Yes.
It's Kingston.
And they were independent from the British rule in 1962.
Oh, okay, right. By me saying earlier what the prices of everything were, that there's a hell of a currency exchange. And he ended up taking out a Jamaican $50 bill. Now it was I wouldn't call it similar to ours. I honestly think it's more, much more simpler to, or much more, how would you say it, similar to the English currency, if you've ever seen that. And on the currency they have like pictures of their famous heroes and whatnot, which is really cool. But anyway, oh, bump. He took out a,
$100 is still worth less than $1.
that was it, yes. He took out a $100 Jamaican bill, and that was apparently still worth less than our American $1. I was asking him, I don't think that was it. I think it was a I think it was a $10 bill. Or $10 or $50 bill.
He had a 50 and a 100.
That's interesting. Well, anyway, he showed us this, and I'm thinking that's pretty crazy. $100 can't buy you anything? Like, damn. And I ended up asking him, well, what can you buy with that? And he said absolutely nothing. Apparently you can't buy anything for $1 US here, which is we are just caked in mud right now. This is great. Look at him. We had a huge puddle. It looks like it's drained out a bit, but there was a huge puddle in our thing earlier. This has been a lot of fun. What else have we learned today about the beautiful island of Jamaica?
Very poor.
Yeah, it's very poor.
The export
Bauxite.
to make aluminum.
Yeah, that was an interesting piece of information when we were driving out here. We passed a bauxite mine. Yeah, mine. And what's kind of cool is they actually just ship the dirt out, I guess. They don't actually do any of the refining of it. So they pretty much just sell dirt that contains bauxite because they don't have the companies that would, yes, as my father said, would process the bauxite out of the dirt.
Well, it'd be too expensive to even do it here because they don't have the
Energy.
power.
I think that was for the main part, most of what we learned on our way over. It was kind of fun. The guide was teaching us some words of Patois. So that was kind of a fun experience. It was a bit of a game where he would say something fairly simple, and we would see if we could try and guess what he was saying. Looks like we're coming up, yeah, this is the end. So that was fairly interesting, and as we went on, it got more complicated. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our little excursion. Actually, that was not that bad with the mud. I thought it was going to be much worse. Oh. That was fun.
You have freckles.
I probably do have freckles.
That's what I get for letting my boys ride. I mean, he hit everything he could.
Oh, yes, I did. I got my money's worth.
The clean crew.
I heard mud buggy and I just went, oh, yes, we are going to have fun. I know. He wouldn't let me hit I hit the first one pretty hard, and then he wouldn't let me hit the rest of them.
I've got a bald eagle wannabe. All done? Here, you want some of this? Here. Here, birds. Go ahead. Come on. No, hold it still. Ow! Ah, they're fighting. Throw them up.
I don't know how.
Just go.
I can't.
Oh, boy.
Okay, leave.
He's big.
Mike's got three.
It's going up your arm. It's going up. Oh my gosh, nope. This bird feeder is full. No more.
Come on, come over here. There we go. Yeah. Sammy. It's in my right pocket. Pretty. Oh, they're fighting. Give me your GoPro. You got him? Where's this guy?
Okay. Okay. Dude, your talons hurt. Oh, no,
You're not. Take one picture.
I still have a full feeder. Okay, come on, boys. Over here, let's go. Oh, what are you
you want me to do?